The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jaguars and the Ravens on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, the third of three on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup at the Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
3rd and long for Jackson.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll stick with him again. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that 1st down.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Slot receiver headed right. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues. Quick throw, taken in.
Man, look at this shit, bro. They got me doing all this garbage shit, bro.
Will score. Touchdown, Ravens. So this defense headed out for the first time. They'll motion a tight end right. This drive will start on the ground. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Second down, Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Jackson looking to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try to run for it. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this wild card Sunday. Again, one more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up an exhilarating 3 days of super wild card weekend. These 2 teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Now a give on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They motion the slot man left. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. You have a tight end motioning left here. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Jackson up top again. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. A tight end in motion now. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Quick throw here is complete.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On play action, here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They send him right out of the slot. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Now Jackson. This one complete right side. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Ah, shit, that's my fault.
And he's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson now. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Now a give up the middle. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll start. Jackson going to keep it himself. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Here's a 2nd and 6. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars, as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend.